In the world of nutrition science, separating meaningful effects from dietary noise is harder than finding the one quiet pistachio in a bag full of crunchy ones. People eat differently every day, their metabolism changes with age, sleep, stress, and, let's face it, even their mood. So when scientists want to test the power of a single food, say pistachios, how do they know if the observed benefits are truly from the nut, or just from the fact that Jim had a good week and finally stopped snacking on vending machine cheese puffs? Enter the randomized crossover trial, the unsung hero of clinical nutrition research. Think of it as science's way of saying, let's compare apples to apples, or more accurately, pistachios to not pistachios, in the same person. These studies are designed to neutralize the chaos of human variability and give researchers a high-resolution look at how a specific food truly affects metabolic health, gut microbiota, inflammation, or any other endpoint they care to measure. Here's how it works. In a randomized crossover trial, each participant serves as their own control. Half the group starts by eating the test food, in this case, pistachios, while the other half follows a matched diet without them, same calories, macros, timing, etc. After a defined period, say, for weeks, they switch. The pistachio eaters go nut-free, and the nut-free go nuts. With a washout period in between to reset their systems, researchers can directly compare each person's response to both conditions, removing the confounding effects of genetics, baseline microbiome differences, stress, caffeine habits, or whether they're the type of person who enjoys kale. This approach was used in recent clinical studies on pistachios, revealing not just generic improvements in metabolic markers, but surprisingly specific shifts in gut microbial composition. Researchers observed increases in short-chain fatty acid, producing bacteria like Roseburia and Faecalibacterium prosnitzi, decreases in pro-inflammatory species, and improved insulin sensitivity, even when calorie intake stayed exactly the same. The beauty of the crossover design is that you can say, with much greater confidence, yes, this food made a difference in this person, compared to themselves. It's like having a perfect twin for every participant, except the twin is you, just with a different snack habit. This design is especially powerful in food studies because diets are notoriously hard to control. One person's low fat might be another's low flavor, and don't even get started on what qualifies as high fiber outside a clinical setting. But with a crossover trial, dietary patterns are tightly matched, and the difference boils down to the inclusion of a single food or food group. It's the cleanest way to assess the actual impact of whole foods in real human bodies. And let's not ignore the psychological bonus. Participants are often more compliant when they know they're getting both treatments. No one's stuck forever in the nut-free zone. You just have to wait your turn to join the pistachio party, and science benefits from that buy-in. So the next time you hear about a food study making bold claims, pistachios improve gut health, or nuts lower inflammation, ask about the design. Was it a crossover trial? If so, you can put a little more faith in the findings, because when science uses each person as their own experiment, the signal rises above the static. And in a field as noisy as nutrition, that's as close to a gold standard as you can get, short of getting a direct quote from your microbiome. Bottom line, randomized crossover trials don't just make science more rigorous, they make it personal. They let us see how a food like pistachios performs not just in a body, but in your body. And when the results show real, measurable improvements in metabolism, microbiome diversity, and blood sugar control, it's not just a win for nuts, it's a win for smarter, clearer, more human-centered science.